interesting timing for me because they don't really have like this re-gap close on the Blink Axe Tiny. Like you have the way to get on Sniper once, but if he gets like a Force Staff and disengages from your initial initiation, it's kind of how do you get on top of him again and then he can just wail on you? So you're going to have this timing where they're going to have the Blink Daggers. Maybe they'll pick him off once or twice. And then you're going to have this like Hurricane Pike BKB Sniper that's not going to die for another 10 minutes. And then if you can get past that point, maybe it's easy for Viking. And I think I'm on the same page as the panel. I like this draft way more than the first one from Viking. There's kind of like this clear cut. You have the late game scaling from the OD and the gyro. If you can get on top of this sniper, like you have the counter to the Dazzle Grave. Legion Commander save doesn't work against Axe Call or Astral or Tiny Avalanche or Toss. So like, you know, the Legion Purge is not nearly as good as it was the first game. I like Vikings draft a lot more, but the last pick sniper with only blinks is really hard to deal with as the game goes on.
Oh, hello, Tiny. Yep, you can walk into the middle of Alliance and say hi, but there's 4 heroes ready to say hi straight back towards you. And that'll be the first blood going the way of Nico, baby. You know what, I still like some of the things the Viking has to work with. I think that, like, what were the numbers, like 4.5, I think was the odd in favor of Alliance to win this game. That's still not bad. Like, I'll take the value bet at least.
Yeah, I don't think they're completely out of it with this draft. Last game, we were all kind of just shrugging, saying, what's the plan? The one thing I will say is that Dazzle, while being countered by this Axe hero in terms of call going through Grave, Axe, Undying, and Tiny all have like no armor in the laning stage. So this Poison Touch is pretty much going to secure this Ember a free start to his game, and that always concerns me when a hero like Ember has a really good laning stage. And I think I want to see what Nico Baby is like in this like pace-setting carry hero. I'm yet to watch a game personally of him on this type of hero.
It's kind of funny. Like, do you see him as the pace-setting hero after we had like a sniper in our first series of the day, whose farm was really going to be like what gives us our pace-setting? Oh, Bone 7 TP. He was trying to go to the tier 1 tower as well, but telekinesis was available. Bone 7 will, guys, in the trees, trying to make sure Nico Baby gets his second kill of the game. And now moving in towards mid, Tiny. He's got Toss of Valbus. He's trying to isolate Limp, but into the trees. Oh, he got him. Pulling him back over to Mastermind, but where's your damage output? Okay, you got an imprisonment. Fada will arrive. He's got his own poison, and now it's Mastermind who's in a little bit of trouble. Poison dump, can't break free of it. Fada really considering diving underneath the tower for this one because Hanskin sitting in the tree line wanting to help out as well. They just can't get close enough for it, or can they? With the creep wave underneath the tower, Hanskin, you see the pings coming in from Limp. It's like, hey, do you want to help me here? No, oh no, I've got this all by myself. Maybe now we take out the Tiny.
The courier!
Wrapping around the back.
The tower shot just murdered that courier. It was like slow motion. Oh, it's just, you know it's coming too.
Alliance lose it. Had a salve on it, right?
Yes, I believe it did.
I think, well, actually, no, Limp's already consuming a salve, so maybe it was able to deliver.
Yeah, actually, it was on the retreat. It was on the retreat, so it did get rid of the items. But he does have a lot of gold after getting that kill that he's going to be postponed and being able to get those early Wraith bands, which
see, that's one of those things that like Carl was making requests of Val before. Like, spectators-wise, it'd be really cool if we can go back to being able to select dead couriers. Because when you could do that, you could actually see the items they had on them without the need of an API. Oh, Bone 7's in trouble once again. Support's going to work. And with the slowdown from Poison Touch with no Dispel, there's no Legion Commander on your side this game.
Yeah, it's just so hard to play Axe from this position. Kind of a feast or famine type hero that either just gets this like level 6 at 5 minutes because he's cutting creeps and farming jungle, or he kind of just relentlessly feeds, and we're getting the latter of those two options in this game. The supports are kind of free to do whatever they want. They can leave Ember alone if they want to. If they want to just come gank, conveniently kill the Axe, that's easy too. And now Axe is being forced to jungle, which means the supports can go stack, they can rotate mid, they can pull for efficiency. And while both carries are free farming, the supports on Radiant have to do nothing, while the support on Dire has to chase around this Legion Commander, who's still able to cut creeps because they really have no stuns.
They're coming for him. 33, he has to turn around to keep the creep aggro or buy time for Tiny to arrive. He's only got Toss available, but it won't matter. 16 decay, that Legion Commander was at 460 HP and was already down a fair chunk of that. I do like how
mid.
this strength is still on the Undying, even though Legion once respawning has it all back again. Mid lane. Yep, goodbye Limp.
That is convenient that if they get the Astral off, that 4 seconds is plenty of time for the Boost Tiny to walk in and get that toss. He is very vulnerable to that, so we talked about it being a good sniper game as it goes on, but if he dies a few more times in the mid game, he's still winning the lane, but not by a large margin by any means.
You know who Coop's reminding me of right now? It's like classic Jimmy Tidehunter moving with Bottle. It's just like Bottle boots. I'm here for the 4-minute runes, and he's able to grab it as well. Just enough to get the mana up and then just be a real nuisance.
About the most useless rune of roaming Tiny can get, though.
Very true, but he gets the 3 bottle charges at least, and he'll be able to smoke ward. And Bone 7, like when your Tiny has more levels and more promise and more influence on the game than your Axe, who's now level 2 jungling, level 3 now. Oh, there's your toss back at the Tiny. Really able to bring Hanskin closer underneath the tower.
Look at that, Axe even got XP. That's strategic jungling right there.
It was like, what, 50 points of experience?
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit behind on the levels. He's just going to suicide to neutrals, by the way. That was intentional. I don't know if that's good. Like, I don't know if that's what you want to do. He did, like, bought the tangos and the boots. But
well,
that does not feel good when you're level 3 Axe killing yourself.
Flash kills himself at the tier 2 tower on the top lane. Axe kills himself at the jungle. He's just dead for so long. 5-minute bounties, 33. Frost. Things, but having a crack at this one. That's a level 3 Rocket Barrage. Good damage into 33, but 33 just level 2 press the attack.
He's just so fast.
Oh, hello. Mastermind's moved over. Level 3 imprisonment. This will do some good damage. They've already taken some of his life off thanks to the 8 decay. So, yep, Orbs will do the work, and Mastermind gets his 3rd kill of the game. Once again, Viking off to a good start when it comes to kill counts, especially for their mid. And there's no Alchemist, like, that's just building up on the other side that they have to worry about.
Dire's middle tower.
That's one of their upsides.
Like, the mid-game, late-game timings are not nearly as imbalanced this game as compared to the first one. So when it's an even game that we're seeing this time around, I'm much more confident that Viking has a solid chance of taking this game. A lot of pressure being applied with the catapult. OD, pretty much one of the worst mid-D pushers. A hero that always has to be concerned about losing his tower early, or at least taking a lot of damage. He wants to be rotating between jungle and lane, but he can't really do that when he has an Axe that's already jungling.
Turns for the double poison touch. Hanskin as well as Fada making sure it stays on him as long as possible as Bone 7 moves to the Radiant side of the river, stranding him up. And this will just allow Nico to come in and finish the job on Bone 7.
He's already level 6
He's
on
dying.
Ember Spirit safe lane, 6 minutes in.
It's the point of diminishing returns for an Axe. He's 4 of the 6 kills that Alliance have claimed.
Yes.
So far. 1,500 net worth, but he's still got the same net worth as 33. For all 33's pulling and interference, he's still the same net worth as the Axe.
I will say that Axe is not like the Centaur Legion type hero where they will do their job regardless of having a great start. Like, Legion can still save teammates, Centaur can like ulti for his team. Axe needs items to be a hero. Like, he will not be a hero in this game if this continues. And Gyro may be able to carry the mid game, but it's not going to stop in this bottom lane. Like, this is effectively his danger zone for Dire. As you see, they just keep walking in, trying to soak as much XP as they can, and it's just unapproachable. None of your heroes can survive this area yet.
The new Viking mascot is now just Kenny Loggins. Nico, he is #1 on the board for the moment. A full 1,000 in front of his second, which is Limp. Oh yeah, well, here we go again. See, I was just sitting here going, like, I'm not exactly certain why he's there, like what objective you're looking for from the Tiny, apart from, hey, everybody look at me.
As a player, it's so weird. You see nobody on your team occupying the bottom lane, and you're just like, I think someone's supposed to be here. And so you're kind of like, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm dead. And that's probably about the process that occurred there.
Towards the mid, it's just sending Mastermind forward so we can get the imprisonment up. The follow-up Avalanche, just keeping Limp under control. And this is the downside. Even though Sniper is a great matchup against the OD, you have simple ways to close the distance for Viking through the power of the Tiny.
And it's really important that Frost gets active in this game because
I got another one. Toss him back over. Another imprisonment. Not the greatest synergy, however. Frost is already in with a rocket barrage and support has arrived. He'll turn the flag cannon on Nico. He's going to arrive. 4 heroes in here from Alliance to kill off this gyrocopter. And the biggest winner out of all of this is Bone7 getting, Sniper TP to bottom lane. No space created.
He might actually die here.
Assassination. Does it arrive?
My
God. It does in time while Hanskin has his own battle in the mid lane. He was gonna be a winner.
Definitely spoke a bit too soon there. I was saying that Gyro getting active here.
Everyone TVs in the mid. Flash can die there as well. It's just like, where's the first place Bone7 goes? It's like, finally, I'm the only one of my team down here, but they all just committed to TP.
Freedom!
Like, it was 4 heroes in mid. Freedom was taken. The British have arrived.
I was like gonna be so happy that like, oh, Gyro is getting active in the mid game, his Axe having a rough time, and then he dies too because they kind of overlap their skills, like you said with the Astral, and that does not bode well when your one hero with a really good start just feeds in the mid lane like that. On the other hand,
it's good. Houndskin. Oh, nice pickup. But
okay.
Hey, Mastermind. He has the Eclipse. He had Durist on it, but it does not matter. He just needed to secure kill on Hanskin.
Okay, they're rotating the bottom tower. I like this. They need to make plays on the opponent's side of the map this game, force the issue themselves in a way that actually takes objectives. We didn't see that last game.
Going to die before this really begins. Of course, Dazzle's being initiated on no points in Shallow Grave. That's a level 3 Fada Dazzle. Bone7 now sees everybody else, goes for the call. That's level 1. That's not as effective. Same as Flash, who gets assassinated down by the sniper. Shrapnel, a little bit too short. Coop only gets slowed down for just a little bit. And now 33's the winner up on top lane, getting the space.
Yeah, he's already got more than half of the phase recipe going, as well as the bracer. I just feel much more confident, like I said, playing a hero like Legion with no items than I do playing Axe. You're not going to ever get dual damage, but you do have 2 very powerful cores.
Homing missile on bottom. Gonna set up, try to slide a fist dodge, but now they can toss in for the call. Bone7 is very uncertain about that, though.
Yeah, he's like, I'm doing it. He's like, don't do it.
You ready? Are you ready? I'm not ready. Are you ready? Are you not ready? This is
you definitely like internalize their conversation. You're imagining exactly what's going on there.
He's underneath an observer one too, so Alliance see everything. It's like, yeah. Nico's like, why am I even here?
Tombstone for vision. Okay, they just want to check and see if anyone's defending. They're heavily investing in this tower, but I don't think this is particularly bad. It's going to open up the map, allow the Axe to potentially recover.
Toss me.
Oh,
hello. Nico came back. He's taking the Tombstone while the rest of Viking are trying to chase down this Dazzle. He has a point in Shallow Grave. There is the 6 over on Axe, but Axe is dueled over with 33. With the call down combining, a quick jump away. Nico. It's 2-Spirit.
They're not even going to get this tower.
No, and they're going to lose more heroes. Assassination's going to kill off Flash in the trees. Nope, it'll be the solo rip to give him a little bit more life, but Hanskin's going to cut him off at the pass. Whoops, hang on. I took the wrong path, but you'll still end up getting Flash. Thunder.
I love how much Alliance is throwing into defending this tower. They know that the Axe is not very strong. You saw him just walk in and die there. The OD doesn't want to participate, so they're pretty much playing 5v3 if they fight there.
They just knew what they're up against. This Observer was about to time out, but has seen all of the reinforcements that Viking has brought, so it's just next to the Ancients. It just sees so much of the movement of Viking.
Yeah, they have all the necessary information, and they just have a good read on the situation of the game currently. Like, they are aware of their strength on their cores compared to that of the Dire cores. Despite OD having, like, a pretty free farm start, he's not going to be there. It's kind of like the Spectre we said. It's going to take him 1 or 2 items before you really feel his impact in the game. And when their only real free farm hero, I mean, Gyro is having a good start, but he's not enough. Like, Gyro, if he's getting ran at and has to just flee as your whole team's there, he doesn't look very powerful.
No.
Needs a little bit of backup.
If your team is fleeing, like, at least you get some more strength. But like, you see the build from Undying. I got 1 point in Tombstone, 3 points Soul Rip. All right, am I even a factor?
3 points Soul Rip, huh? That skill, I guess it's mainly for the cooldown. Interesting.
He's probably just trying to keep his cores alive at this point. It's like he's trying to play like the Dazzle on the other team. But so his Tombstone is a lot easier to manage.
Yeah, they don't really have an amazing way to kill Tomb either, so kind of curious. Maybe they feel like they can't force a fight under it.
Just need to slide a Fist Searing Chain just to slow down Bone7, then they can go into the duel. But But they're deciding just to chip away at him to begin with and just focus on the tower.
Yeah,
instead.
they're doing like a, let's see if they TP and we can back up if we force an overreaction. Otherwise, we just get a tower for free. I like that little poke and prod. Both teams getting a tower. Oh, looks like Alliance wants to fight here, bottom lane.
Yep, pick up Tiny, bring him closer. He does get a good avalanche over on 3. Needs a little bit of a way out of this one. The duel has begun. Flash tries to soul rip and bring him back up again, and they will not get the duel victory. But the kill does still belong the way of Alliance. But now they got 5 heroes practically on the southern side of the map. Limp, the only one not really there, and that's because he's taking a double stack at the moment. It's actually so easy for Sniper just to sit here, farm, and hold his tier 1 tower in mid.
I really want to highlight Legion Commander's like contrast between first and second game. Last game, you had this Alchemist. You know you're going to be sitting behind him, and so it's your job to just tank up and be an enabler. You don't need this initiation item, but this game, you have this Sniper. You need to go in and be a barrier for this hero. So he's going to go first item Blink, and I just like 33 is so good at recognizing his role in the game. And it shows in his items. And it looks like they're smoked up mid. Another Undying Death.
Yep. That's going to be his 5th of the game. Support is coming in quickly. Gets the tombstone down before death, which will definitely be of use. While Axe looking for the glory call, but there is no glory to be found.
Come back!
7 instantly regrets his decision. The assassination will be cancelled.
I think he would have killed him with the Sleight of Fist. I think he wasn't aware that there's going to be like more damage follow up there.
Yeah, but they had to stop it so they can kill off the tombstone. Like, Sniper had to change his targets up. Like, okay, Axe doesn't want to be part of this one. Sure, walk back to base. He can't buy back and be involved in the fight. So you get guaranteed this tier 1 tower. Unless OD can do something. 3 stolen intelligence. The imprisonment's already out.
It's really hard because they have no save for OD. So, like, OD is the only save against the Legion duel. It's really hard for him to, like, walk into fights. You have the Sniper bopping you the whole way through, and then if you get in range of the Legion. So, like, that's the problem, right? OD can absolutely carry this game, but at this current moment, Alliance is just far stronger, and you're seeing it in the way they're playing, right? They contested the bottom tier 1 immensely. They're pushing the mid tier 1 now. Bounty runs are coming out, so I assume they're going to try to make an aggressive move one way or the other. But, yeah, like I said, oh, yeah, this is unfortunate with no dual damage. I thought they had the damage with the stolen toss, but not quite enough.
It's the, well, would you believe it's Soul Rip, right? Like,
oh, there you go, the maxed out Soul Rip.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Level of play. But it makes sense too, like when you think about the way the fight needs to be approached from Viking. Like you say, like OD needs to carry this game, but then like the extended drawn out fights where he's able just to build up more and more in, he gets stronger and stronger as time goes by. Like, this becomes more problematic for Alliance. You got saves to the duel if Alliance want to be the initiators. If you do want to have that blink in from a Legion commander, OD, who's already got blink, who's already going to have that positional advantage, can get that quick counter. But Legion actually is now looking at Halbert. He's not even looking at Blink Dagger anymore.
I think he has the blink because he had like 1,000 gold earlier. He went drums. Okay, I'm just saying he had to have some item because like he had a lot more gold than 200 earlier. So he actually invested in drums. That's interesting. That's still kind of the same theme as the blink in terms of I'm going to run in. The pipe build, when you go like pipe medallion kind of thing, you're just sitting behind your core. So it is the same idea, but maybe he thinks since he's pretty neutered from his beginning of his game, if he blink duels, he's just going to feed. Maybe so he wants to be a little tankier as he runs in.
Like if he blink duels, it also feels like a little bit odd, right? Because there's enough answers it seems Viking has. Like you've got Avalanche, you've got Toss, you've got Imprisonment, you've got some saves the Viking can use either just repositioning. But we come back into the game. Toss is available. Here comes your Imprisonment. The hammer will drop. Rubik dies pretty quickly. They look to follow up straight towards Limp as Alliance. And
that's looking like a puppy paws right there. I don't know.
And then the battle for the runes begins. Bone 7 moving quickly. Are they going to get all 4? 33's got such great movement speed. They get all 4. So lose 2 heroes.
That's really well played by OD. Just Astral the Sniper, like, you just want to ignore him until the other heroes are cleared out of the way. Because right now, Sniper dishes out a lot of damage, but he's super squished. So just take him out of the picture, and then right when he comes out of Astral, he's just going to evaporate. Well played there by the OD. He did have a lot of time to think about exactly what he was going to do there, though. So it's always a little unfortunate when pauses have to happen right before that kind of stuff.
I do like that OD also then just goes straight into the jungle directly after. It's like, oh, I've already got my essential items I need to fight. So Bone 7, you try and take the bottom with Frost. Undying can finally leech some levels out of this mid lane. Like, at least create some space for the rest of his team as opposed to soaking it up himself. And if they're ready to fight once again, Everybody group up. The mid tower will be denied by Undying, but it's still the tier 1 tower. All tier 1 towers now down for Viking.
I am a little bit fearful for the Viking side that they have really no like team fight sustain item builders. Like their Axe is going
like
Blink Blade Mail, their Tiny's just going Blink. You know, Gyro OD obviously don't build these types of items. So as the game goes on, that may be a little bit tough to compete with like the Legion Dazzle sustain. But OD is one of those heroes that you can't really sustain. Like eventually he just two-shots you with his ultimate. So it's going to be interesting as this game goes on to see exactly the impact OD's able, like whether or not he's able to carry. I think Gyro's going to be more of this like meat shield setup for the Axe to get a good call. They have a lot to chew through on Viking. Sniper might not deal enough damage this game. They have a lot of tankiness. Even the Tiny becomes naturally tanky as a support.
That's very crazy to say, like, Sniper cannot deal enough
That's
damage.
what I mean. Like, he might have to hit too many people, and then by then, like, his teammates may be dead. You have pretty squishy supports. If they get on top of Ember, OD's a hero that's going to shred you.
It's almost like he needs to merge with Dro's ultimate. It's like, I need to hit 3 targets all at the same time.
Yeah, Frost even went for the health town on Gyro, so he's under the impression he is this meat shield. He's kind of embraced that as well, knowing that with a hero like OD, you're not going to have damage issues. And Undying about on pace for last game. He's at 6 deaths, I believe that is. Yes, 6 deaths. Last game he had 9 and 25. That's actually about exact. So consistency.
Yeah, where's those like little stack graphs that we need to bring up on the side?
Death
like,
per minute.
Death per minute, and it's just like one of those little like running races. Like you have horses going around a track. Like who's gonna win? Like, what was it, you know, like those ghost runs you'd have in games, like you gotta follow your ghost?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, can you be...
Back in Mario Kart and stuff?
Oh, yeah, like they did in Mario Kart. Like, am I beating my ghost on my lap time?
That was the solution to having no friends, you know? Who needs to compete against friends when you can just compete against yourself?
It's like, I just need to clone myself, but I can't have a real self, so I'll just have something a little more mediocre than myself.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely. Well, Gyro looks like with that very large stack that he's just been able to farm up, should have enough, just 45 gold.
Interesting skill build, by the way. He went for like a max rocket back, or 3 points rocket back into flak. You could tell he intended to participate, which I don't know too much about Frost other than him being on TFT last year. Kyle was saying he doesn't generally participate in mid-game fights. He's more of like a hard carry type player, but this game he's kind of been showing a different style from what I expected to see.
It's interesting to see him do that as well against, like, he obviously doesn't play middle anymore, but Fada used to be that homing missile mid-gyrocopter kind of player. It's like, I was going to spam, I'm going to get a donk, and then all of a sudden everybody else comes in and finds the kill. So it's just the big setup to the early damage.
They're hitting a timing. Gyro Ags, the Axe Blink is online. Bone 7, despite the 6 deaths, has his core item.
So with the Blink online, it means the Tiny doesn't need to be as needed. He's actually not far off. He's his own Blink dagger too.
If they can get on Sniper in fights, this is going to be hard for Alliance because their saves don't actually counter the saves.
They're coming to Nico.
Aggression.
I don't see a defensive spirit down. The courier's making his way up too. Smoke on smoke. Dire Observer Wall gets planted. They see so much information. But where's the blink? Where's the choice? Somebody go for somebody. They'll go over towards Sparta. The homing missile will be able to connect. No TP out. Tiny will ensure that one. They'll in fact just toss him and kill him. The blink call, able to catch Legion Commander. The courier also very uncertain what he wants to do. And same with the OD. Mr. Arcane Rune. They need to protect, and he's able to do so. Defensive imprisonment. Keep him alive, Spirit, jump forward, Undying, dead very quickly. 33 already burning the duel, now Avalanche, maybe with the help of everybody else, and the call down, and the OD ultimate. Goodbye, Nico, a huge spree to end. Mastermind follows up with another one. 33 still wants to keep on the front lines of the battle as Emma Spirit will buy back to rejoin the engagement. They look towards Mastermind, but once again he gets dogged, and the Axe call, able to hold Legion Commander, Culling Blade him down, and Mastermind then gets just enough space to get away from Nico. The same thing will not happen for Limp, however. He just got caught on top of Bone 7. Yet another dunk, another kill. A double for him. His only 2 of the game, and now Viking really standing toe-to-toe with the Lions and coming out the better.
Yeah, Sniper's just not at this fight yet. He just TP'd in here, so already losing the Ember Spirit and the Dazzle before he's even here yet.
And you lost Ember twice. He bought back in this too.
That's a disaster. Suddenly a 3,000 gold lead for Vikings. And like I said, this game, we talked about the Alchemist last game. I couldn't think of a way he died. Like, I couldn't give you an exact sequence of events that Alchemist was going to die. But this game, the Legion Commander W does not remove Call. It does not prevent the Culling Blade when you have the Dazzle Grave. Yep. If they get on top of you, you will die. So, like, this game is much easier for Viking to execute in terms of their game plan. And you're seeing it here, that the fights are actually winnable for them at this stage in the game. Yep. And they're doing it. They have the Blink Tiny, the Blink Axe. The Sniper suddenly has to be concerned about his positioning. I assume he's going BKB. He almost has it. Yeah, 200 gold.
The OD just completed his, so he's got that Blink Axe as well as Kaya.
I think Sniper with the BKB is stronger than OD with the BKB, but when the next item, the Sheep Stick or the Shivas comes out on, yeah, he's going for the Sheep, that's when OD is going to be by far the most powerful hero in this game. But the fact that he's 2,000 in gold ahead of the Sniper means that this Blink is basically a free item for him in terms of comparing his strength to Sniper. So that might make him be at the advantage right here. It really all comes down to who gets the jump. And since Legion didn't go for a Blink, I don't really see how Alliance reliably starts fights in their favor. I think it's bound to have Vikings get the jump on whoever they want. There's really no way to prevent that. Ember can't walk in. He's just going to die if he does that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think it's really hard for Alliance to take fights right now until the Sniper BKB.
Yep. And Sniper can even kill himself. Blade Mail just got completed over on Bone 7. I don't think Bone's got enough life and armor to survive through it all. And he's actually going Shadow Blade as his next item. They really want to hit that back line and control the Sniper. Even if Bone 7 doesn't kill him, like, just bring him low and that'll be enough. Yeah, remove him from the fight and you'll win it. Well, they potentially can. Sniper thinks he's safe thanks to the Observer and Sentry. A fresh Observer being planted by Viking out of range of both the Obs and Sentry vision of Alliance. But they don't find their target. Limp doesn't like it. He's backing up. Now they'll get rid of that Observer Ward and Sentry. So Viking can take the tier 1 tower up on top, or can they? Alliance is working for their own engagement.
Their tower push is pretty terrible. This might be a huge throw. We're going to have to see.
The Observer was planned. He doesn't want to deward it because, like, there's no vision on the hillside for Viking. So they're fine with that, but they need to have the vision on the hillside because that's probably where the tombstone of Flash is going to end up. All right, now they get rid of it. Avalanche jumps in. Quick BKB from Sniper. As Coop's in a little bit too deep, but now they got the toss over on 33. The tombstone is down. They cannot reach him. 33 is already dead. The rebuttal will be in the form of Tiny. As Bone 7, here we go again with Mastermind. Blink in, BKB, still needs to build up that in. Has the Tiny's clips available as the BKB is worn off. Limb, the Shallow Grave will try and keep him alive. Axe is too far away just to blink in to get the culling, but Sniper is already dead. OD needs to drop something. He never let the hammer go. Viking down 3. The gyrocopter barely surviving back to the shrine. Ember Spirit's looking for him, but he won't find him.
They forced a Legion buyback, but this is exactly why, now that I have time to voice my thought of why I thought that's a throw, they have no initiation on Alliance. Like, they're never able to take a fight that they choose to take unless you bring it to them. Why are you giving them a fight? It's very strange. You get this OD Sheep, and suddenly they can't play the map. Legion might be diebacking here. Nope, he's just going to walk away. But
it feels alpha. That's what it feels like right now. It just feels like Vikings like, hey, you know who the boss of this map is? It's us. We're coming at you. We don't care if we're under your shrine. We don't care if we're battling from the low ground. We're going to take this.
If that's like on even footing, I can't imagine Viking ever losing a fight, but they fought into the high ground where Sniper can reactively get his BKB off. Like you said, you have the shrine. And you can buy back and TP the Legion. It's like, why give them that fight?
Well, there's your call out already, so they'll end up killing off Hanskin. Looking for a second one. Avalanche, someone needs to get closer. You can see him turn around. He started the toss back towards Flash. But it won't connect. The courier is coming out as well. Do not lose that one. That's got Mech for Fada sitting on it. Yeah, fortifies up as everyone's like, does this belong to you?
And Tiny queues up a Shadow Blade as well with the axe. I'd really like to see Tiny build like a Vlad's or some cheap item like a Glimmer Cape that enables his OD and Gyro. Because OD and Gyro are very stationary. Once they go in, they kind of just man up and hit you kind of heroes, and giving them these like auras really benefits these heroes. I'd like to see something like that on Tiny because nobody else is building it right now.
I like to actually see it on Axe. Like,
that's what I mean. It could be Axe, but he's not building it.
Make him tankier. Like if Bone 7's going to be on the front lines doing the blink call and being the one who's trying to aggro the Sniper with his blade mail, he needs to be able to survive somehow.
Yeah, I think them both going like the same type of concept is not good for their scaling into the late game here.
Maybe well, yeah, he's changed it up. We're gonna secondary blade mill.
Oh, of course. That's what that's what I meant. The team item. He does AoE damage to the opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. And then you just like chain from blade mail target to blade mail target, both being initiators. Smoke out from Alliance. They're gonna come into the pincer of Viking. I think they saw Gyrocopter for a second. The smoke does break on Nico, so they know they're up the hill. Smoke also breaking on Hanskin. Undying just walks in, dropped the tombstone. The call, it's good. Over on the Ember Spirit, combining with the hammer. There goes your Ember, dead for a long time. Thanks to Dive before. Legion as well, same situation. Limp can TP away. Barter can't save anyone. He started the Shallow Grave, but not enough time for the animation. Viking get the jump they want, and a huge window opens with a 1 minute downtime.
That was a sick toss. It's like, you join him, buddy. Yeah, I mean, that's I think two heroes with that basically die back there.
It's their long death timers from before, yeah. So it's taken some time to get there, but both the Legion and the Ember Spirit, because it was the Ember who bought back on that top fire, it's the Legion who bought back, it was the Legion who bought back first, then the Ember who bought back. Either way, it's long death timers, and that allows Aegis the Immortal to go into the hands of the OD.
And this game does not get easier. There's like no natural... I think it was Kyle that talked about irreparable mechanics. Like, there's no item they can build to deal with this axe call. Like, you're not gonna... You can maybe build, quote-unquote, like, Satanic on Sniper, but that's not going to help you against this OD. You need to be dealing damage. They have serious damage issues and survivability issues on the Alliance side, which... That's just going to take too many items, I think, to sew up these problems. And you're down by 7,000. Not only are you behind conceptually, but you're behind in net worth. And once this OD gets cheap, how do you play the map? Like, you have the 5-man, and then once you're 5-manning, you're kind of just sitting ducks until they choose to go on you.
So you can't kill the frontliners. There's too much disable. You got a Satanic build coming in from the Gyrocopter as well.
Yep.
And he's only 600 gold away from completing that. He's all mounting problems that Limp needs more damage to deal with, really.
Yeah, at this point as a Radiant Core, I just die in an axe call. So that's so hard to play Dota. That's just so hard to play Dota when that's how you die. It's a 12-second cooldown, I believe. 10-second cooldown, BKB piercing disable. That if you get caught by it, you die.
Oh, they're going again. The Dire Observer Ward that gave Viking so much information before. They see Limp walking away. He's pinging like they can see me. And, well, he's right. There's a sentry ward there. But I don't know if they actually... There's no obs in range. Oh, yeah, it is. Just around the corner. I'm blind. Now they get rid of it. Tiny's ready for his own jump. Shadowblade ready. Gotta stay out of range of the sentry ward, so walking up that hill is not an option. But having fun to walk directly into him, that'll work. Toss me. Kill me. Save me. Observer and Sentry's down, but that just allows Alliance to see Viking walking at them.
Yeah, I don't know how, coming from Alliance perspective, I don't know when they're stronger. I don't know when this game gets easier.
Man, this is just salt in the wound.
I mean, it's the same, like, it's not just Axe Call. I didn't even mention it. You died a Tiny Toss on pretty much every Radiant hero as well. Maybe Ember can get out of that, like maybe, but all the other ones just straight up die. I don't think
it feels like a positional nightmare. Even if you do want to get out of it, it's like, oh, I'm able to spirit back out, but then you get tossed back in again. So like,
yeah, the problem when you're behind a hero like Axe like this, you can't just BKB and commit, like kill the OD to win fights. Like you're not only scared of dying yourselves, but
Call's good. Avalanche control. Have they got enough?
Yeah, no reason to hold it. Like, if he dies and he has to, like, he's not gonna buy back because he's already crippled, and now he's dead for 60. You're gonna have your sheep stick done now by the time he's alive, and this is just getting out of hand. And like I said, you can't commit on the targets either. That's like why it's so hard to play against a hero like Axe when you're behind, because you're so scared of dying and you are so scared of ever trying to kill anybody.
Oh, 33. He's gonna go after Flash. Flash got a decent amount of life on him. And now with the help of Frost, the call down, 33 wants to run away. The homing missile will chase. And stolen call down from Hanskin. Only one of the missiles will connect. And there's one TP away. Donk. TP scroll is on cooldown for 33. He's got another homing missile chasing him. They are staying with this Legion commander until death. And dead for 50 seconds as well. Long death timer was just looking for the money to finish the BKB. That's why he was taking the risk on the offlane.
Usually when a team's behind, you can kind of identify this item or this timing is going to be their go-to. It's like, what does a BKB do for the Legion? It enables him to like press the attack, but you can't even press the attack your teammates if they're BKB'd. And it just feels so awkward to play this game at this point. The Viking is doing a good job of pushing their lead, containing the Alliance squad of just like, if you cross this line, we're going to kill you. And now they're glued into their base with maybe just the Ember Spirit being able to leave. But even he will just die to a Blink Sheep from the OD. Aegis is expiring, but I think it's pretty much done its job at this point. They have effectively taken over the map on the Viking side. I think Alliance is going to try to make a move with this Aegis expiring. Maybe they're going to wait for the BKB, but...
Nico's trying to finish this. Here's your Blink Hex. Nope, doesn't even have the time. Nico Spirit's all the way back to his tier 3 tower on the top lane.
You just have to play so scared, and you know it too. Like, this is what I was saying. They have so many ways of killing you. Any combo of like 2 heroes on Dire, if you're not including Undying, kills you. Like any two.
But so if Viking get the jump, then it feels like Alliance are going to lose one at the very start, no matter what. But you are starting to reach the 3 BKBs from Alliance. Can Alliance then be the aggressors? Can they come out and try and take a fight against a team which is so maneuverable with blink daggers and saves?
I almost think buybacks are going to be like their only way to win the fight. They're going to have to fight on the Alliance side of the map, and they're going to just have to throw somebody in. Like, if you think about positioning, like you said, it's a positional nightmare. Somebody's going to die. You just have to have... You can tactfully choose in terms of positioning who's going to get gone on, and then they buy back and try to turn the fight that way. It's been done. I'm not like just, memeing about this. That is about the only way I can imagine them turning the fight, is getting the buyback on like a Rubik or a Dazzle type hero, and then the cores now have their BKBs after the axe is already initiated.
Well, now's the time. Buybacks are all available apart from Ember, who's 450 short.
Yeah, I don't think the Ember or Sniper can ever really afford to buy back. I think those heroes need to continue to scale with items. It's going to have to be the Rubik or the Dazzle, maybe the Legion after the BKB and buyback, but I imagine it's going to have to be a support.
Rubik got just enough money, he could finish up a Yule Scepter, and
it's nice for the Axe call, right? But then the Axe is going to have a BKB at 700 gold.
It's just take Axe out of the fight. Like, that's going to be it. Like, he comes in, maybe Tiny jumps in. They don't have any kind of block. Like, no one's running a Lotus Orb or anything like this even then. Like, they just need to have the vision to see the Tiny coming in with a Shadow Blade or the Axe jumping in, and then you have some level of answer. So the supports can be something. So the cores can then do more. It looks like Alliance is trying to set up a bit of a trap just on the northern side of the mid lane. Well, Viking are enjoying the southern climate.
Bone 7 does have the BKB at base. If he can get that off preemptively before the Yule Scepter, he's no longer able to be removed from the fight. They have no real way of dealing with a BKB axe other than just like canceling his blink before he gets in there. This Invis rune might be an opportunistic rune.
Yeah, you look for the sentries. Nothing's
He does
really
know there's
around.
a sentry there.
There's one on Flash. Feels like Dazzle is just playing his bait for 33.
This is such a nice luxury gyro game in the sense that they first rounded it. He doesn't have to buy a BKB. That's like a really good feeling as any core like a gyro that has no innate survivability mechanic, and he just doesn't have to buy a BKB. How
many times? Like this observer ward, this watching Alliance's maneuvering, they had another one before that saw everything else. But yeah, here comes Tiny. It's like 2 players, both together. There's a toss back over on Hanska. Defensive Yule Scepter up. 33 does get his BKB off, as well as the door, trying to keep the OD focused on him, making sure there's no extra intel coming in. But the damage output, Limp has the space. He has the damage output. You say goodbye to yours. You're Undying. Double buybacks are coming in, so we're putting the theory to the test. But Bone 7, the blink, he got 2 on the call with the avalanche. They're buying more time. Can he get a dunk off? No, he can't. Limp's BKB and damage output, it is going ham. Can't reach over towards Coop, but it won't matter if he can kill off the Undying as well. A huge fight for Alliance. It cost them 2 buybacks on both the supports.
And what do you know? Both supports had the buyback for them to win a fight. And that's like best case scenario. Sniper was just freely wailing on him the whole time.
Viking battling uphill in exactly the same position that they tried to do this before. But they did it because the observe board was there. They saw so much.
This looks awfully familiar for sure. And despite the fact that you're seeing so much, you chose not to go on the sniper, who effectively was just standing his ground, wailing on you. And
they didn't see him. He was just far enough to the south. I think he wasn't in range of the observer ward.
Suddenly they're down by 10K, 9K, but they're pushing high ground. Axe no buyback because he bought that BKB. Obviously, if Gyro buys back, you do have to run, but at this point in the game, generally speaking, you do value buybacks on cores more than just a tier 3 if you think that's all you're going to lose. They need to set up for Roche with this tier 3. Deny. Oh my god.
Limp got it. I just like that start that the Legion Commander had. 33 target identification. Let me remove the OD and make him hit an immune target.
I want to harp on this tiny build, man. You have two hard carries. Can't you just buy like a Solar Crest, man, and like make your OD attack for 80 attack speed? There's no way any item you can build is more impactful than giving your buffs to like Gyro and OD.
This is actually an auraless game.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is not like, I'm not saying it's going to cost them the game, but these types of builds make it just so much easier to throw. Like, if you just sit behind your cores and give them extra item slots effectively, like, suddenly your OD just has an extra 4,000 net worth effectively, and like he'll carry you.
I'd even be fine if you went volley style build, like over having exactly the same kind of approach as the Axe. Because they're both back to Shadow Blades. Like, was like, hey, what role are you playing? The same as you. Wait, but I'm playing this role.
Yeah, it's very strange to me.
We both can't be the protagonist.
There can only be one main character in this story, sir.
I am Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus. Now I've just got a battle of identity.
Okay, so it's funny because both teams kind of forced to not go auras. You do have the Greaves on the Dazzle, though, so low cooldown. Those are nice. If they can keep the fight going, that's a level 22 Dazzle.
Undying is close. They have the high ground. There's the Ember Spirit, but now Gyrocopter. Oh, where's your BKB? The jump in. Undying's losing a lot of life. Nico focusing him down. That Sniper, where is that distance? Already having to buy back and TP out. The damage from Viking was good. And if they can find some kills here, Viking, it can work. They get the control. Two heroes down, two of the big cores. Sparta into the shallow grave. He cannot TP out. This Avalanche doing the work. Tiny with a quick little toss. He'll end up killing off Hanskin. He'll probably die to the poison tick at this point. Limp, however, he's in the back lines. Bones have been trying to reduce the distance, but he can't do it. Nico is holding him there, and Limp is battling through the blade mail. He doesn't care. He'll find the kill. Tiny is waiting for the small rebuttal. Won't happen. The buybacks are coming in. They're looking towards Roshan now. 3 heroes dead for a very long time. We'll need a hallelujah play from Alliance if they'll contest this.
Yeah, Sniper popped his BKB like mid-animation of the OD ult going off, so he might have been one-shotted by that if right when he bought back, but instead...
Have a quick look at it again.
Yeah, buybacks are going to be the answer, I believe, for Alliance. You're seeing it here. It's really the only way they can win fights.
So we come back to
see that part. They did buy back to secure Roche. I think that's pretty important because, like I said, since buybacks for Alliance are kind of their way to win the fight, that's the same concept as an Aegis. You know, you get a second life. That's a main approach to kind of surviving this initial volley. I'm not. This is gonna be the last time, I promise, Toby. Okay, hold me to this. Okay.
Okay.
That Tiny spent that entire fight after Blink initiating walking around. Can't you just have auras? Like, can't you just be an aura carrier? Like, watch that fight back if you want to. Like,
he's got 2.4K. A Bracer can switch out for it if he needs
like,
it.
I'm just saying, he's literally walking around. Like, you are an initiating toss combo, and you're doing a good job of that. Now, like, continue to be useful past that. And that's, I'm holding myself accountable to never mentioning his item build again.
Okay.
Unless they lose the game. Then I'm going to say, you know, you're up by 10K and you lost because of some greedy item builds. But they are still looking very good. Aegis on Gyro, who they give the cheese.
They're still looking at about 10,000 advantage. For all these back and forth fights, the only thing which is really moving is the experience graph back up. Like, it's 6.5 to 7,000. Still in favor of Viking. And their new items are also arriving. The Butterfly is now in on the Gyrocopter.
They have worn through the buybacks of the Radiant, though. So, like, the only reason these fights have been contested is because Alliance keeps buying back on crucial heroes that get initiated onto. So now they can maybe punish this lack of timing, but man, is it hard to go high ground into into Sniper.
Yeah, that's very, very rough, especially with the early damage on Gyrocopter. He's been picked up, he's thrown down. I suppose he got a Satanic anyway.
Oh, the toss save.
Yeah, that's some extra safety. Little do you know, 2 layers of protection is still only as good as 1.
Yeah, that is a problem. How does Viking actually end this game against a hero like Sniper? They don't have... Like, Gyro can't really siege. Like, he's traditionally a hero that can siege, but against the Sniper combo with, like, the immense amount of poke damage that they have, it's not as easy as it usually is. No saves, like I said. Only the OD Astral, which... maybe it's enough.
I still don't know, man. Like, if you can't get vision on the hillside, which you're not going to, the sentry wards are already in place looking for those easy obs wards inside the base. A suicidal jump from the Tiny, maybe that could make it work for someone who's trying to de-ward one of the obs. But that's still a bit of a stretch. It's Alliance who, if they're in position, dictate the defense.
Okay, so we've seen the Ember have a Linken's for a while. This does allow him to at least split push pretty survivably. He is pretty much the only team on, or only player on Radiant that can leave their base. That will hurt, like, over time. They are just going to lose slowly but surely the net worth advantage. Or the net worth advantage is going to grow for Viking, is what I mean.
I didn't actually realize, too, that OD has almost as much dual damage bonus as the Legion Commander.
To be fair, he isn't a hero that exactly capitalizes on it, and it's kind of Legion's job to run in and duel the OD. It's really their only way to deal with the OD BKB, so he kind of has to. But yeah, that's not something you're looking to do. That's not the stat you're going for. That is only 1 duel win, actually, because Legion's duel at level 3 does give 26 damage. So if you think about it positively, the Legion has won 3 duels, while the OD has only won 1 duel.
Yeah, a 3-to-1 odds, but unfortunately the first bets were only 10.
Yes, you're about even.
The blinds have come up since then, and all of a sudden I'm earning so much more from the initial.
Yes, your triple down timing on your bet size is not well timed here.
Hey, Tiny got the Aghanim Scepter.
Another team item.
Hey, at least he went the tree volley. He didn't just go... Well, actually, no, he got the Shadow Blade as well, so it's not like it's getting any better. The Axe has the Shadow Blade as well. Sorry, I'm the one doing it now.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Oh,
I just think if that's Vlad Solar, they could actually go high ground. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Gyro can go high ground without that extra bolster to his... Like, the point of these team items that I'm trying to emphasize is that it gives these Gyro OD heroes effectively 7-8 slots worth of items. And these heroes do so much with 80 attack speed, or just like some lifesteal aura, some armor against like the Dazzle minus armor and the Sniper physical damage. But now you are effectively limited to 6 slots on these cores, maybe even 5 if you consider the boots, 4 if you consider the Aegis. You know, we're really narrowing it down here. The Gyro does have a backpacked BKB at this point. Looks like Alliance is just content to sit in their base. They say, we dare you to come to us, but...
Both teams are counting down the buyback time, and that's... Like, it's like, well, let's just wait. We've got another 2 minutes before we'll get to have any action. So if now's the time you need to have a weak bladder break, go for it.
Yep. We'll call you back if we get going on a Dazzle.
Yeah. You do it like you just play like sports on the TV, right? And all of a sudden you hear the commentator getting a little bit more excited, like, oh, let me go have a look at that. See what's happening. Smoke up. This is that moment. Come back now.
The double damage Tiny with the Ags. They're going to find the bottom bounty runes with the smoke.
Where are they going?
They're going for the bottom bounties.
That's the 40-minute bounty rune that's still sitting there on Viking's side. If someone crosses over, it's too late. It's going to despawn.
The value is lost. They did scan that, by the way, so Viking is fully aware of what was just happening. And they're going to use this time to get the team.
That tier 3 tower with 3 hits.
Yeah, that was not even 5 hits.
They had to fortify for it. That wasn't part of the plan here from Alliance, for sure.
That's what happens when you leave the base. Lesson learned. Back to the game plan, boys.
It's like, wait, guys. Okay, what did they achieve? Where were they? What were they trying to do? They picked up 1 bounty rune. I don't think that's what we thought they were trying to achieve.
Well, it's not. That's what scan's really nice for, is that you scan bottom. They're like, okay, they're either smoking at us or they're smoking bottom. And okay, well, Tiny is caught.
Tiny.
Is he actually dead? He has no backup.
Yeah, he's dead.
Wow.
No invis to hide inside of. The control extra time that came from the avalanche stuns of Hansken.
But he does have that axe.
That... Nice. He's also dead for almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he's super high level, and he obviously bought back last fight, so... Once he gets level 25, you're going to have the triple toss or the long avalanche cooldown, whatever he chooses to go for. Probably 3 toss charges.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of people hitting 25 soon. Even Fada is approaching his 25.
Yeah, it's a pretty lame.
Hansken's the one taking it, but here comes Flash going right on top of Fada. Inside the tree lines, pick him up, throw him back down again, let the homing missile charges fly free. Fada, he's going to try and TP out, but the missile or the stun's already going to connect. So that Shallow Grave won't be able to help. 2 heroes down for Alliance, however, the bigger heroes to die is just the fact that Sniper is already gone. Buybacks are available. Bone7's got himself that double kill. As Nico left a slight dodge, or he'll just let the Lincolns do it for him.
Yeah, Sniper just got hunted by the Shadowblade Blink Axe. It's impossible to position against, and then OD easily follows it up with the Blink Sheep. And that's plenty enough to bring him down.
All right, if you're Ember, do you want to commit? Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Bone7 gets the Blink call out. Yeah, whoi! There's the extra damage. Remember, he's fighting with 28 stolen int already, and he's got the Eclipse available. Mastermind, the duel, 33 has to hold him in position. Don't let him get the hammer off. He's able to do so. And with Limp's buyback, they got the extra damage they needed.
We're going to see when Roche is spawning in about 5 seconds. We're going to find out. If they can get a Roche...
Oh, they go straight down mid and force a buyback on the OD. That'll be even bigger.
Is, if you force the buyback, can't you just die in their base?
It's a 19-second Roshan. This one, I believe, also comes with either the Aghanim's or the Refresher.
It does.
So we'll have to keep a close eye on which one that's going to be.
Oh, this is, yeah, you're right. It's a super short Roche. If they notice
they're pinging the Shrine, and it's a Refresher shot. It's not an Aghanim's upgrade.
Check it, Limp. Nice.
Got
this
him.
Is so lucky. If like Dire might not be ready for this. It's, like you said, it's a 19-second spawn. Like,
it's fast.
They just have to. At this point at the Dire, unless you check manually, you have to just assume it's not up in the first 30 seconds.
You can't fight it anyway. With everything you can't fight it.
Yeah, you have to buy back, and you have to be there ahead of time. Like, they do a pretty good chunk of damage with the press the attack.
Yeah, it's like Undying's the only one who really should be checking that, because then he's just able to Tombstone 1, die, get Tombstone number 2, and then they can try and fight.
Yep.
So who gets the Refresher? A full Aghanim Scepter, I think, is there for Nico on the Courier. Actually, no, he hasn't bought it yet.
I would be surprised if Sniper should take this Refresher. It's only going to be used for BKB charges, I'm pretty sure, in these fights. But they're gonna elect to put it on the Ember. I almost feel like if you put it on the Sniper, once he dies with the Aegis, you put the Refresher shard in his inventory, and then you refresh BKBs, but...
I'd almost wait to see like the double dual control coming in with the BKBs from Legion Commander. Just like, okay, we hold this OD on the sidelines. No matter what, he has to stay here. Shrine will be taken out. Viking, you know exactly where they are.
It does refresh charges with the Refresher shard. So once he gets Axe Scepter on Ember, he can like 5 Remnant charge for 1,500 damage and then refresh it.
God.
So that's worth noting.
Smoke up from Viking. They come close. Ember Spirit's going to break it on Flash. He doesn't see him, however. He's in the tree line. And Dire Observe wants so much information. Tombstone number 1 is down. They've already deleted Nico. He has to get back to front lines if Alliance have any desire to take this fight. And they do. They found him. But the BKBs from Limp, making sure he can't be tossed back. But it looked like Coop was only baiting it. Now the TPs are coming in. The volley flies forward. Limp getting stunned up. Another shrapnel charge down. He cannot afford to die. The Aegis Immortal will break. 33's into the front lines looking for Mastermind, who's still got that hammer ready to drop bomb down. And there it goes. Goodbye, Sniper. He came back to die just as fast as he actually respawned up. A Sleight of Fist will get some kind of rebuttal. Axe will buy back to negate that one. But Nico's down to 2 big heroes from Alliance there for 2 minutes. Fada's being tossed around by Coop, allowing Frost to close the distance underneath the Shrine to kill off Fada. A quick shallow grave. Bone7 will arrive to Culling Blade him down. This game, it feels like you just have to push down. This is the quick little retreat to try to come in from Limp. Oh my God, that Sniper, he just could not stand his ground.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really like the Ember having the Refresher shard, because once Sniper comes out of Aegis, if he doesn't have BKB, he's just going to die again a second time. And he doesn't have buyback based on timer, so they know that they can just go high ground here. This might just be game.
Hansken's trying to play with Tidy. He'll blink and TP away. Hansken just wants to clean up the wave.
Yeah, but they have
going
a full
for the
wave.
tier 4s. They're going
yeah.
straight GG push. The tier 3 tower's already been taken up on the top. If there's a buyback to be had, they're looking for it. The split towns will do some decent damage, but everyone's coming to finish the job and level this 2-game series at 1 apiece, with the Lions having no buybacks available. It means they cannot mount a defense. 4 heroes down. You may as well call it. This game is done.
Oh, the triple toss for the effective building damage.
Huge. Massive.
I like the fact that they addressed the Legion Commander first round. You can't say from Tiny Toss, you can't say from Axe Call, you can't say from